Hello mathematicians, welcome back to another instructional video. I am Miss Armgart. Today we are going to apply decimal operations to a given situation. So let's look at our situation. Noel, Gemma, and Eleanor are going camping for class. They each require a sleeping bag that costs $24.99 and a flashlight that's $15.96. The school will pay $12 towards the total bill, and the families will split the rest of the cost three ways. How much does each family pay? So first, we need to figure out the total cost of supplies. So we're going to use our addition to figure out how much does it cost for the sleeping bag and the flashlight. So the first thing we do with our decimals is we line them up so that the decimal is in the same place for each number. It doesn't matter if it is 1,553 and 1 and 2/10. We are still going to line those decimals up and then perform our addition. So when you add these two together, you get $40.95. So that's the total cost for just the supplies. So we added those together. Now we have Noel, Gemma, and Eleanor. We have 3 students. So now we are going to take that total. We are going to use it at the top of our multiplication problem. And then we are going to multiply as if there are no decimals. So we have 5 times 3 is 15. 9 times 3 is 27, but plus 1 is 28. 3 times 0 is 0, so that becomes a 2. And 4 times 3 is 12. So we just get our numbers at the bottom. We have 2 decimal places. So you start from the furthest right. I would go 1, 2. Our total is $122.85 for all 3 students' supplies. Well, now we have to figure out, well, if the school pays $12, the family isn't responsible for that. So now we're going to subtract the amount of the school's contribution. So we have $122.85. Again, make sure that you are lining up that decimal place as best as possible. So now when we subtract the $12, we get $110.85. So that is the total cost of both the sleeping bags and the flashlights for 3 children after the $12 from the school. So now we need to figure out, well, how much will each family pay if there are 3 families, because three students, 3 families. So that would be our total $110.85. And we're going to divide that by 3. That's one way you could write the problem. I prefer to write this as a fraction, as a ratio. So $110.85 divided by 3 families. Now, in order to divide these, because trying to do division with a decimal, not super easy, we're going to do the opposite of multiplication. So in multiplication, we move that decimal point to the left. We're now going to move it to the right for both numbers. So if we have hundredths here, so we move 1, 2 places, we are going to multiply each of these by 100 to get whole numbers. So this becomes 11,085 divided by 300. So when we set up our long division problem, we're going to do 300 divided by 11,085. So I'm not going to show the long division. You know how to do it. You get the answer of 3,695. And now we're going to add the decimal back. So 1, 2 places. Each family is going to pay $36.95 for the supplies. So our answer is $36.95 per family. So if you ever get stuck, what do I do for division? Keep these notes. Here are the step-by-step directions. Now, don't forget about your vocabulary to fill in either your own example or an example that you just heard in this video. I am Miss Armgart. Happy solving, mathematicians.